I'm choking myself to death there. Alright, that's sick. Make sure this is yep. Sounds pretty good to me. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so tonight we got a little something new. Welcome everybody to the Curious Unapologetic Men. Today it's just the Curious Unapologetic Man. Co-host is not feeling that great, so I wanted to at least throw something out here today. Felt like I was letting you guys down, so it's going to be a weird one because I don't have anybody to actually talk to. Looking at a camera like this is just fucking weird. I don't see how people do it all the time. Like I really need somebody at least to be talking to. But we'll make it work. I'm more than happy to just fucking be fucking stupid for y'all. All right, well, let's see what we've got in store here today. I do have I don't know where we're going to take this, where it's going to go, but it'll be fun. Let's see. I'm just trying to find my articles that I got here on Smart News. That's where we'll start off, because why not? It's probably the best part of the episodes to me is doing these Smart News app stories because they're just so fucking ridiculous. So I guess the first thing I'll bring up really is the most recent one that I just seen, which is like a story about these influencers who are going to Home Depot to see if pretty privilege is a thing. So what they're doing is they're going in there dressed up like, I don't know, like they're going to the club, I guess, and seeing if men actually flock to them because of their looks. And then what they're surprised by is that men are not flocking to them. And then they're dressing up in more like non-revealing clothing, I guess you'd say, and then going back in there and seeing if anything really changes. So the story, what I found like interesting was like my slutty outfit was met with more appreciation. She groaned to her 3.2 million fans. Says no one's been helping her and no one's offering to help her, and it's like everybody's ignoring her. And I'm like, yeah, have you guys not seen what we've been through for the last, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years maybe even, with all of the videos and everything telling you don't catcall a woman, a woman doesn't want to be approached in public, it's not okay to kind of introduce yourself or to make comments about somebody's outfit. So yeah, to me it's not surprising. I think these people are out of touch. Also, like any man nowadays sees a woman walking around and there's somebody filming her, especially if she's in slutty clothes, you don't want to be part of that video. You just don't. Like, why would you want to be? She's going to use you for content. She's going to make you fun of you in some way or another, or she's going to call you a creep, or fucking everybody else is going to roast you in the comments. Like, why would you want to be on it? I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun though to to crash some of these people's streams and shit and just be absolutely awkward to them. Just for rage bait reasons. Like the girl looks fairly pretty. But it would be hilarious to like stream Sniper and be like, why are you wearing that? You're way too big to be wearing something like that. Uh, just just to be an asshole about it, just to, I don't know, stir up shit, I guess, because it seems to be what they're doing. Uh, and then what I found interesting was like, what part of this was like, even a hotspot like Home Depot, where single women have flocked in the hopes of scoring a husband. It's like, you guys are like really just going out. That's the kind of place that you're looking for husbands. Sort of makes sense, sure. But flocking there just seems weird. Says, while some hotties hail the fetching factory for granting them otherwise unmerited access to free treats and high salaries. What? So they're going there trying to look for a man that they don't deserve? That's what unmerited means. They're getting access to these guys that they shouldn't have access to. Is that what I'm hearing? Gentlemen, if you go to Home Depot, don't talk to the hose. Don't talk to the hose. Stay away from them. It's just trouble. Uh, I just think it's funny. Like, and then there'll be articles about like the what do they call them, passport bros, or men will go across seas to find women that they find more agreeable, women that they want to look for, because they have certain traits that they're looking for that American women don't seem to have. Um, and then they're like shitting on them for doing that, and then they're doing this, the same exact thing. You're just not going to a different country, but you're still going to a place that you normally would not go to. Like, if you're a single woman, like, what are you telling these men that you're there for? This is very curious to me. Like, I really want to know, like, what is a single woman that goes into Home Depot, just bumps into this man who's like a masculine fucking Chad type guy working on shit. Something that I'll be honest, I don't do that shit. Uh, and they're just talking to him, carry the wood, yeah. But and then just, what are you telling them that you're there for? Like, are you going to tell them that you're doing housework yourself? Because that seems like a masculine trait, and I don't know. I guess I guess if you're dressed feminine enough, it makes up for the ideal that you're working on your own house. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just curious. This is just fucking thoughts. So, like I said, it's a weird stream. This is why I wish I had a co-host. You'd be able to fucking bounce something back to me. Uh, but I just thought that was interesting. Another story I seen was we'll go back to the first story I see that I wanted to bring up, because this is fucked up too. A title: Smiling biology teacher who had an affair with teen, still married to husband a decade on. And it's interesting because I was thinking this the other day, and I actually brought it up to someone, that like, a man will beat a woman and then she'll go back to him and she'll be like, "Oh, he loves me, he cares, he says that he's sorry." And I'm like, well, men don't do that. It's not like I'm going and hanging out with somebody who gets drunk and then beats the fuck out of me, and then the next day somebody's like, "Man, you need to really stay away from Dave. Dave doesn't like you." I'm like, "No, Dave loves me, man. My best friend. He says he's sorry. He didn't mean it." Men don't do that shit. Like, that's not something that you find that, well, I would call retardation in a man. What you do find though, is these retarded men who are like, "Oh, you slept with a kid and you went to prison? Oh, I still believe you're married to you. You're fine. That's fine. Oh, you fucked our neighbor for months, for years, and I didn't know? Oh, that's okay. I'll forgive you. We got to make this work." And I just seem like that's a part of retardation of men too. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Steven. I like, if you met him there, like, just stay away from the hose in these places where it doesn't seem like that kind of woman with those type of clothes would normally be there. I just yeah. Anyways, but it just seems like this former teacher in Texas jailed for inappropriate relationship nearly 10 years ago, still married to her husband. Like, you can't bring her around your family. You can't bring her around your friends that you knew, because every one of them's calling her Epstein. At least I fucking would. Hey, Epstein, bitch. Hey, how you doing, Maxwell? Fucking, like, I would never let her live this shit down. Uh, doesn't matter if I'm a man or woman, but like, just the aspect of like, and then she beamed like full on. Here, let's see if we can get the picture up here. And no, oh, maybe look, full on smiling, like she is so proud of what she did. Ain't no fucking way I can make that work. That's a retardation of men. What is wrong with you? It's okay for a marriage to fail for her being a pedo. No, 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 but it's just fucked up to me. The and this is like an ongoing thing that I kind of focus on a little bit, probably a little bit too much, just because it really irritates me. Is this aspect of like, what are you guys doing with these young kids? They're fucking kids. Like you can't wait. You can't. What the fuck is wrong with you? And this is a this gets into weird territory of like you can't help who you're attracted to, and I'm like, yeah, that's maybe true, but you can help who you interact with. You can choose not to do that. It's okay to have the attraction, just don't fucking act on it. I don't even know if it's okay to have the attraction, but you can't. It's not something that you can help, I suppose. Like I don't know. Everybody has thoughts of like fucking flooring their truck and going into the oncoming traffic lane just to see what it happens, but you don't act on it. It's okay to have those thoughts. That's part of your dark side, your shadow, what Jung would call your shadow, whatever you want to call it. Um, that's part of just being a human. You have these rational, erratic, not rational, erratic, irrational thoughts. You just don't fucking act on them. Like, and then forgiving them, like being able to like get past that and being like, yeah, we're gonna make this work. I don't know. People got bigger hearts than me, I guess. They love Christ way more than I do. That's for sure. I mean, not that I believe in Christ, but I don't know. Just interesting shit. We got a model left with broken spine and legs after Dubai porta potty party makes comeback. Now, I have not read this article, but I was floored by that title itself. Like, she got covered in so much shit that it broke her back. Is this what, like, I know what goes on in Dubai with Instagram models. They get shit on. They get paid a whole lot of money to get shit on. I don't think I could get paid enough, but I get your back, I guess. I'm just glad that you don't tell anybody. Actually, no. Please tell everybody. I think there ought to be a registration list of any Instagram model that's ever been shit on. We need to put that shit, like, it needs to be like on X, they've got the community notes. We need Instagram notes where it says, this Instagram model has been shit on. That way, every time her picture pops up and she's showing her ass and half her tits, it pops up and says, this person has been shit on. It seems like a good idea. This person has been paid to be taking shit. I mean, I feel sorry for this lady. It sounds terrible, like broken spine and legs. That's terrible, but don't go do shit parties, guys. Don't do, what is this called again? What is it? It said porta potty party. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Man, I guess I've reached unk stage because I just don't think that's cool. I just can't see how that would be the thing that I would want to do with my life. Left for dead at the side of a road, horrific injuries in Dubai. She traveled to the Mideast to shoot content for her OnlyFans page. Overslept, missed her planned flight to Thailand. On her extranet, she met some young businessmen who allegedly mistreated and assaulted her after inviting her to a party. Allegedly. The Ukrainian 21-year-old was later found at the roadside and was initially feared dead with her hair cut off with a knife as well as being scalped. Damn, you fled Ukraine for that shit? Damn. Damn. You might have been better off in Ukraine. Fighting with God. Damn. That's awful. I am so sorry for you, lady. But don't do porta potty parties. Don't party with rich businessmen in Dubai. Damn. That's awful. This world, dude. I understand wanting to go back. I understand wanting to go back in time. I don't remember hearing about people being shit on and then scalped. Damn. It's like what America would have been if the natives would have won. Just saying. Let's see. I think that's about all. Okay, here we go. I had a steamy Mother's Day tryst with my boyfriend's mum. I guess British chick. What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing, Mom? You're kissing my fucking girlfriend. The fuck are you doing? Like, god damn. This is the funny, even like the funnier part of this is like the girlfriend, she can still come back from this. Fine. She kissed a chick. I don't give a fuck. You kissed an older chick. No one gives a fuck. Now, have that be a dude. Have that be a dude kissing the girlfriend's dad. He ain't never coming back from that. It's done for, bro. All her friends are knowing that you're gay as hell. All of their friends are knowing that you're gay as hell. Like, that shit. You never coming back from that. You never getting pussy again. This chick can get dick the next day. Probably from her boyfriend. Boyfriend will still probably take her back. But what are you doing, Mom? Mom! Damn. I moved my body closer to Olivia's on the sofa and an episode of EastEnders hummed on the TV. I felt her urgency. She was worried we would get interrupted by her son, who happened to be my boyfriend. But he wouldn't be for long. This kiss was my escape. Bitch wanted to leave her boyfriend anyways. She's just looking for a reason. Ho, she belongs to the streets. That's what I believe. This is fucked up. Mom, again, what are you doing, Mom? God damn. You're gonna have problems with. You got issues with women, dude, and I feel you. I understand. That's some serious mom issues, like no fucking other. I wouldn't trust another bitch ever. Can't even trust your goddamn mom. Shit. They're like, you should trust me around other guys, bitch. I can't even trust you with my mom. I gotta trust you with other guys. Fuck. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Oh, this is why I love Smart News. Smart News is so funny. It's got such good stories. And that's just 4. That's just like me looking through for like 10 minutes and finding just that. Insane shit. Insane. Well, this is a part of the show where I have no fucking clue what's coming next. No clue where we're going. I'm going to look here at my notebook, see if I can find anything kind of, here's a funny thought. So with all of like ICE going around, rounding people up and everything that they're doing there, I've been wondering to myself, like, how rough are tanning salons going to have it this year? It's going to be terrible. They're going to have to run super sales. Ain't no white chick or white dude, for mainly white chick, gonna want the tan. You think I don't want to get stopped by ice? Fuck you and your tan. I'm white as shit, and I'm riding that shit proud. Fucking ice, I see ice coming, and I'm fucking lifting my pants up, showing how white the fuck I am. But no, you tanning salons, dude. You get a tan, you get stopped by ice. You gotta have a coupon or a fucking receipt show. No, I'm just tan. I'm just tan. It's just a funny thought. And the thought of ice, I had another revelation that like most of the country or a good portion of the country wants illegals out. They don't want very many immigrants in our nation. This goes for UK as well, from what I understand. And yet there's a portion, a good significant portion of the population that also doesn't want us to like unfairly move these people back to their homeland where they've been a part of our community for 10, 15 years sometimes. And I can kind of understand that. I can understand. So I come up with a solution, solves for both equations. Okay. So yes, we will still have immigrants and we may even have some illegal immigrants, but the numbers will go way down, will be way down. And then also we don't have to send these people back to their origin countries when they've been part of our community for so long. Instead, what we do is we just spade and neuter them. That's my solution. Round them up, snip, snip, twist and tie, send them right back out there. You can be here in the country. You can stay in the country, but you will not contribute to the population of your ethnicity, your culture continuation in America. It's just a theory that this may solve for both solutions. Because then they can stay. The liberals, the leftists will be happy because they're able to stay in their community where they can even still come in. But when we catch them, just like a stray cat, we snip, snip, twist and tie, send them back out. There you go. You're American. You just don't get to have no kids in your bloodline. Your choice if you want to come to America or not. Now, I think that's a perfect solution. Or it could just be a fucking funny joke too. You suck bags. Laugh. I don't know where laugh is. Here it is. Yeah, laugh, you bitches. Laugh. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I do think that the whole fucking stopping people at random is retarded. Oh, here's a fun fact that'll ruin your day if you plan to go to Pakistan. Who the fuck's planning to go to Pakistan? Nobody going to Pakistan. The fuck? But just in case you're like a, strong, independent female who thinks that all cultures think alike, all cultures want the same thing, all people are just fucking gentle, nice beings until the oppressive man comes and steps on their neck and makes them evil. If you are like that and you do plan to go to Pakistan, just know that the sexual assault percentage in Pakistan is crazy high. I'm pretty sure it's like in the 90s. So don't go to Pakistan. Don't do it. Honestly, to me, here's another ideal. Like, we're worried about the amount of population of people that are in here, and we can all agree that pedos are the worst. When we round them up, and we round like rapers up, rappers, rapiers. When we round them up, just send them to Pakistan. They'll get along fine there. They'll be well accepted, easily get into with the culture. The culture will accept them, all the men. So it's a weird thing that they do too. Because it's like one of them will start doing it, and then others ones will join in on it. Instead of like trying to stop it, they're just like, okay, I'm gonna join in too. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? But just just keep that in mind. Probably why there was Pakistani grooming gangs in England that were trying to be covered up, but you didn't hear that from me. I didn't say that. Uh, so I believe the Venezuela takeover. I do understand what he's doing there. It's he's going to make it great again. Trump is going to make it fantastic for the Venezuelan people. So great. I'm the best. Venezuela is the best. And then he's going to call it Donezuela and just become president. That's what I think he's going to do after the presidency. He's just going to go to Venezuela, become dictator over there, run it. I have no thoughts that I'm going to share at all about what's going over on in Iran. We're going to wait and see, and then we'll comment. Retarded. That's all. That's the one word I do have. Retarded. Uh, uh, Lies. That's another one. Uh, Duped. That's what I feel. See. All right, so we'll just go off here. So we're gonna start with I'm a '90s baby, actually late '90 exactly. Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day, 32-hour birth, so I could make sure that I was born on that Turkey Day. God damn it. 11/22 happens to be the same day that Kennedy was killed. Only 27 years after he was killed. So definitely not the reincarnation of Kennedy. That's a whole rabbit hole there, with the whole fact that, like, I don't think that Oswald acted alone. More than likely, the CIA and the mob, maybe even Russia, had a part in it. And the Zapruder film not being seen by the public for years afterwards until it was showing like on a comedy show is weird, strange, insane. We'll never know what happened. It's done and gone with. I mean, it's like knowing who stabbed Caesar first. We can be told who it says, but is that really the real story? Doubtful, highly doubtful. But I do know the first thing that I do know for sure about me is that I've always liked getting fucked up. Because I wasn't even a year old and I drank paint thinner. I was like, I'm fucking getting high as hell. Fucking, and I did. I ended up being life flighted on a helicopter. So literally, I got high as hell. Only time I've ever flew in my life. I do plan. I do want to go skydiving. I think that's going to be fun as fuck. And I did do parasailing a couple years ago, and that was awesome. Awesome. Seen a few sharks too. Awesome. That's like one of the first things that I do know about me. I've always liked getting fucked up, apparently. Always been obsessed with ladies, girls. Always. I can name most of the crushes that I've had in my life, if not every single one of them. And I was very much like a very big romantic, and that's why I do the poetry and shit. Obviously, I probably got one I could share later, because why not? I don't know what else to do in the stream exactly. So I've always been like really romantic and had a high opinion of women. Their role in my life is huge. My mom was the most important person to me for most of my life, I'd say. Most of my life. And so I've always had that like romantic feeling. But after that, like one of the earlier things that I can really remember being into or focused on heavily would be conspiracies. Speaking of JFK, we watched the movie by Oliver Stone, JFK, over and over again. So many times we watched JFK. Big on watching movies. VHSs. Some of you don't even know what the fuck that is. Think about that. Well, neither one of you two. Both of you motherfuckers are old as shit too. So, but everyone else, you might not know what a VHS is, but it's fucking Google it. That's all I can tell you. Fucking young bitches. And so we'll watch JFK over and over again. These conspiracy theory like stories really got me into like believing so much insane shit. Like aliens is a huge component of my life. I've been obsessed with aliens for years and years since I was a child, literally. Never ever have I seen anything, and so my belief in them has waned several times to the aspect of like I don't know for sure. There's just so much evidence. There's so much like eyewitness type shit though, and then not just eyewitness shit, but like there's a guy, a scientist, or actually he's a professor and an entrepreneur and a scientist, biologist, I believe, cancer research for the most part. Gary Nolan, awesome guy, awesome in the aspect of like what he does. I don't fucking know him. I fucking don't know him, but I know of him, and it's awesome what he does. He like takes all this material that people say is like slag or metal pieces from these aircraft that are mysterious aircraft, and he essentially like spectrographic spectro spectrographic analysis is what I want to believe it is. Spectrographic analysis of it to see like down to the molecular level as to what it's made out of, and it's really interesting the amount of pieces that he's got. He's done surgeries on people who have claimed to have implants in them as well, removing these implants, and they do seem to be of some sort of material that has bonded with their biological. So it's not causing any kind of infections. It's not being. It's actually like the flesh has grown around some of these objects. So Gary Nolan's a great one. Bob Lazar, 1980, I believe it was 1980, maybe 1979. He come out saying that he worked at Area 51 on reverse engineering a aircraft and its propulsion system, and they try to like do this dude dirty, like try to say that he never went to MIT, that he never worked at Los Alamos. Turns out both things were true, and he's like he's a weird guy. He's got fucked up shit like felonies on the aspect of like I think he ran a brothel. So he's a dude who put a jet engine on I believe a Honda or a Hyundai, and he also ran a fucking brothel. So this is a fucking like this is like what Stephen Hawking would have been if he wouldn't have been crippled, essentially. Like ladies' man, but also super genius. If anybody doesn't know, Stephen Hawking had an affair after he was in the wheelchair with his nurse. I think he had an affair with multiple nurses, and then ended up marrying one of the nurses, and then it was a whole story. Eddie Redmayne does an amazing movie on Stephen Hawking, or he portrays Stephen Hawking in a movie. That's really good. Fucking alarm going off. And so Bob Lazar claims all this knowledge about Area 51. People disagree with him. Like I recently seen an interview with Eric Davis, Davis and Eric Weinstein, in which Eric Davis is basically like he was just a janitor, and that he handed out radiation badges and had to get them back from the people who did go to Area 51, but he didn't go himself. He didn't go to S4. But either way, the man's been telling the same story for 40 years now, 46 years. Same exact story. He's been raided by the FBI after documentaries have come out about him. When she claims that he has a stable version of element 113, I believe. And then there's things like the Roswell crash, very famous, of course. in the aspect of like 19. Fuck. I'm drawing a blank there. I think it's. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I think it was 70. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank as to what year Roswell was now. But it was a Roswell, New Mexico craft reportedly crashed there. Bodies, even potentially. Uh, they recovered the craft. Even a news article come out the day of the crash or the day after the crash. It come out saying that it was a UFO, and then the very next day they redacted that and changed the article and said that it was not a UFO, that it was actually just some sort of weather balloon. And there's multiple people who said that no, it was a craft of some sort, that they transported it in two different shipping methods, or two different shipments, if you will, to fuck. I'm drawing a blank here too, which is insane. This is one of the most important fucking military bases with a UFO. I cannot think of what it's called right now. Shit, I don't know for sure. But as you know, there's stories about this, and then even before there's a story of a Magenta aircraft, or the Magenta crash, and this was even before, in which Magenta was a UFO crash that was taken and by Italy, and then Italy gave it to the Vatican, and then the United States ended up getting the aircraft as well. And this was like early. This was like 40s. This is super early. It's interesting because there are stories about aircraft that could go about 200 miles per hour in the Civil War. That's 1860s. There was aircraft that could travel 200 miles per hour in the Civil War. Um, Joseph P. Farrell covers this. He's got a crazy theory that I buy into a little bit too much, but just because it's fucking fun. But it's basically Nazis and aliens, reptilian aliens, made a pact, and the Nazis were in Antarctica. Hitler died in Argentina, which he did. I'm pretty sure of that. I think that that'll come out eventually, potentially. Again, this is a hard thing because like we're never going to get to know what happened to JFK. So how would we really get to the bottom of what actually happened to Hitler? Because the body that went to Russia turned out not to even be the correct gender. It was not the correct sex. Sorry, gender. Fucking see it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Your fucking language rewriting shit. They weren't even the right sex though. Um, as the body, it was a female that Russia got when I was pretty sure they were supposed to have had Hitler. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. And so it's like, I don't know. Hitler probably died peacefully, or hopefully of fucking consumption or some shit like that in Argentina. Hopefully that's how he died. But it is interesting that Joseph P. Farrell's got this book, UFOs and Nazis, I think, in which he covers kind of all this subject matter. Um, there's just so much with the alien phenomenon. I don't want to go like keep going down the list of it necessarily, just because some of this, it would be interesting to have the conversation with hunters, obviously. But it was always like that kind of stuff, conspiracies, the hidden stuff. If you say that I'm not supposed to talk about it, I want to talk about it. Hence why I love to talk about Israel a little bit, because I'm not supposed to talk about it. Why I like to talk about the Epstein list, because I'm not supposed to talk about it. Why I'm supposed to talk about how feminism sucks, because I'm not supposed to talk about it. How I'm supposed to talk, or how I'm not supposed to talk about racial statistics and I don't know, reality. Sometimes you're not even supposed to talk about that shit. So I love to pick and poke at the bear when I'm told not to pick and poke at the bear. So it's just something I've always been interested in cryptids as well, like Bigfoot. I don't know what Bigfoot is. There's part of me that like, and it may be multiple different things. Honestly, there's part of me that is like, it's probably just another hominid. Like we just found another hominid within the last 5 years. A brand new hominid that's never been found before, that lived during the same time period as humans, was found within the last 5 years. So this just goes to show, like, we have no clue how many actually type of hominids there were in Earth's history. Um, for bones to fossilize it is extremely difficult. You have to have very good, like, uh, basically it has to be very dry, or it has to be sucked into like a vacuum of like swamp or something like that, to where it gets basically crystallize or hardens, not crystallizes, but it basically hardens when it starts to rot, instead of actually rotting and turning into dust like most bones do. Which is why we don't have like millions of dinosaur fossils. We don't have millions of them because the fossils of dinosaurs are hard to find as they are. Um, Dinosaurs are another very fascinating thing, just because like the idea, like, we were led to believe for forever, even today when they make the Jurassic Park movies, they're still putting these creatures uh, in a reptilian type skin, and the arms of the T-Rex, I've started to believe that they're actually wings, that they're actually supposed to be very small wings, almost like a penguin of some sort, and they're not supposed to be out like this. They're actually in. They're supposed to be in. So, and we still portray them in these reptilian skins, when we do know that their bones are more like a bird's than a reptile's. And so it would make sense that actually more of them would have feathers. And they are starting to get this right with the Velociraptor a lot closer. I've seen more depictions of the Velociraptor with feathers. The Velociraptor is another, what it was, the Georgia Raptor is another cryptid. The Georgia Raptor, this kid and his grandpa went out hunting in these woods that they hadn't been in for years, and they were trying to get as far back into the woods as possible where the wildlife hadn't seen men. And he said that he seen what looked very much like a velociraptor, with almost like wing, like feathers on it and everything. The snout, the elongated snout. So it's just a bit interesting. Georgia Raptor is another one that maybe, and there's a few other ones that are much like dinosaurs. Here, let me see if I can find one real quick, because I've got a couple of them wrote down. If I can't find it here in a second, I don't know if I can just give up. Amelia Ntuka. Amelia Ntuka. Emilia Ntuka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. But it's essentially elephant killer. And it's a thing that is said to still exist in the Amazon as well. And these tribes, well, actually, the tribes say that they killed the last one, so it may actually now be extinct. But these tribes have said that within the last 100 years, that they have had interactions with this creature that is like 10 foot tall. It's basically, Amelia Ntuka means elephant killer. It's about 10 foot tall. It has a very long tail, broad body, long tail, and then it has a huge horn out the front of it, and they call it the elephant killer because it's very aggressive, and it would use its horn almost like a rhino-ish in the front, or even cut closely to like a triceratops, but with the tail. They describe it as more of like a brontosaurus type. It's very long, very very long, and it's almost like a hippo type creature in the aspect that it stays in water as well, but it does come up on land as well. And they've claimed that they've actually hunted the final one of them down, in the Amazon, because they were so aggressive that they were afraid of these things. Uh, and then there's our depictions of dinosaurs within a few cultures, where they call them um, stelas. I don't know exactly what they call them, but essentially like the Mayan or the Aztec type glyphs. I can't remember the exact term that they call those, but there's depictions of dinosaurs in these things as well. Um, then of course there's the footprints that have been said, whether this is true or not, I don't know, that have been said to be fossilized in the same uh, mud as dinosaur footprints. And so it seems that there may have been humans that existed during the time of the dinosaurs. I don't know about that. I think that we've just got our aging off a little bit. It's been pretty obvious on that aspect, and the fact that
Dad.
Nobody.
Can I have your phone? I need to poop.
Yeah.
Phone.
Close the door, please.
Dad.
The James Webb Telescope has now recognized that the universe is older. It seems to be older than we thought it was, by a couple magnitudes. And so I definitely do think that science has not got that correct enough to where we don't know really what time frames are necessarily. So I do believe in like the cryptids, chupacabra, Bigfoot, fucking Yeti. I've always said that like I would really like to go and like backpack for Bigfoot. I think it would be a very interesting stream to chase down, like just to go just a couple times, go backpacking deep into the woods, forest, mountains, whatever, and see if I can find something like that. And the biggest thing for me though is like I know that if so like this I have a weird thing with ghosts. Ghost is a hard one for me. Cryptids, aliens, reptile beings, conspiracies. Ghosts are really, really hard thing for me to grasp. I think it's just because there seems to be so many people that see it, and it's so varied. And I just wonder if they're just playing tricks on themselves for the most part. And then you see these footages, they're like, well, look at this footage and look at this. I'm like, yeah, what's ruined that for me is ghost hunters. The idea that it can be faked to an extent to where like everybody believes that they're doing it real. If that can be faked for that long, I don't give a fuck. I don't give it. You can show me compelling evidence. I'll be like, that definitely looks like something. And if I seen something in real life, I'm running like a bitch. I'm running so fucking fast. You ain't never seen a fat boy run so fast. I'm telling you. Like, I'm running through walls like the Kool-Aid goddamn man. Oh, yeah! Running through those bitches. Because fuck a ghost. I ain't fucking with no damn ghost. On the other hand, if I see Bigfoot, I'm running towards his ass. Film me. I'm going to go confront this bitch. I'm going to go be part of Bigfoot's only fucking fans. Like, that motherfucker's going to rip me apart. He's going to fuck the shit out of me. Or he's going to run, but I'm going to give chase. I ain't stopping. Because to be the first person filmed dead from Bigfoot, I could take that on my gravestone. I could sword in my hand, I'm going to goddamn Valhalla, and Bigfoot sit me there. You know what I'm saying? That's okay with me. It would suck though if I did catch him and then it's like, oh, Big Bubba's here, baby. Big Bubba, you're gonna be my new pocket pussy. I would take terrible. Also, fucking funny video. Imagine seeing that. Funny ass video. And so like that is the one thing that like I do. I have to understand that like if I do see Bigfoot, it may be my death day because I'm going to chase him. I just want to God touch that, God pet that dog. Let me pet that dog. That's what I'll be like, exactly like that. I see Bigfoot. Ghost, fuck you. Fuck you. I ain't fucking with no damn ghost. I can't punch that bitch. I can't scratch his eyes. I can't do nothing to defend myself at all. Now, fuck a ghost. Bigfoot, he probably got balls. And if he got balls, I can squeeze those bitch. He got eyes, poke his fucking eyes out. I can fight with a Bigfoot. But there's also the theory that maybe it's like an interdimensional creature that comes and goes when it wants to, and you only see it in heightened sense of awareness in the woods. And I'm like, that's harder for me to believe. If that's true, then it would make sense for ghosts to me, because they'd be like interdimensional beings as well. But I've been always interested in all this kind of stuff. I'm just kind of going down a list of things that I can think of. Medieval warfare is the fucking shit. I love some medieval warfare. I love a movie about medieval warfare. Fucking historically accurate fiction. Bernard Cornwell's got awesome books. It's actually, there was a Netflix series made out of it. Shit. I can't remember what it's called right now. So the books were all a different. It's a Saxon series, is what I knew it as. But it's an amazing series. It just shows how brutal combat was back then, and I've always been fascinated with bow and arrows, swords, shields, spears, axes, maces, flails, lances, javelins, fucking slingshots, crossbows, longbows, all that kind of shit. Anything with combat. I've been pretty big into combat most of my life. I've actually been doing the math here more recently, and I'm like, holy shit, the amount of fucking fights I was in, god damn. I've been in more fights than 3 people have been in their entire life, at least. And that's people who have been in fights. Like, I think it's been like 16 fights with like 26, 27 people. Because a couple of fights were like, I'd fuck a couple of them up, and then 8 of them would chase me down. And I still count that as a fight, because if I fuck up at least one of them, that's a fight. It's not a jump. And I've never actually like been like really fucked up in the aspect of like, yeah, like never been hospitalized from a fight, never broken bone. So I've always been like combat intensive. Always liked that kind of shit. Football was amazing. It was awesome. But then you get smacked in the face with stats like, where do you live, Josh? How many people are in this school that goes to the place football? Oh, you're in a city where literally about 40 people play football? At the most, 40 people in the whole city. Okay. And how many cities are in this county? Okay. And how many counties are in this state? And then you got 50 states. Well, minus Alaska, because I'm assuming Alaska doesn't have football. That's a good thought. That's a good one. Does Alaska have football? That would suck to be an Alaskan football team. Damn. They're in the fucking cold with the moose and the elks and shit. Freezing your balls off every goddamn football game. Every football game, just freezing your nuts off. Man, that would suck. And then the amount of time to fly just to face somebody from out of state. Hell, in state, they probably got like 3 towns that they can gather up enough people to play football. There ain't no way Alaska's got football. That's interesting. I have to look that up. So I've always been pretty combat intensive. You could not tell it now for sure, because the titties give a good giveaway. But I used to be a fast as fuck boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'd run like so much fucking track. I was in cross country, football. Running was the shit. Now I ain't running unless zombies are after my ass. Zombies or ghosts or Big Bubba. Those are the few things that I'm running from. And I don't even know if I'm running from Big Bubba, because I might like it. No. But See. So writing was always huge to me too. I wish I could see how long this goddamn stream has been going, and I have no clue. It ain't showing me. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, anyways. Oh yeah, okay, I could tell. It's almost been an hour, so we got time. We got time. Writing's always been a pretty big thing in mine too. Edgar Allan Poe really got me going. I don't fucking know what to talk about in the aspect of like I'm trying to avoid current topics as much as possible. Feel that's overdone, you know. But Poe really got me into writing a lot, and that's why I'll be getting announcing it now. For the most part, most people don't know. Oh, now I can see where it is. Hey, I see live 57 minutes. And, okay. Anyways, let's get a. Woo! I did it. I found it. But I'm getting a raven tattoo. There's a few meanings behind it. The Raven, Edgar Allan Poe. Amazing writer, not even famous, died penniless, drunk in a gutter, essentially. Not well known at all until he died. And that kind of inspired me to be like, oh, if this guy can write something that's like appreciated after his death, it kind of is a form of immortality a little bit. And so I'm getting it for that. And then also I'd like to get it in like a Nordic type style tribal art in the aspect of like to give, I'm big into Vikings, the Norse who were seen as Vikings by the Saxons. Or yeah, I believe it was Saxons. Yeah, English, whatever you want to call them, everybody. And so it's to represent that as well. But also, there's going to be 2 more ravens added to it as well. So there'll be a total of 3 total. But there'll be one main one, and then the other 2 will be small, much smaller. And it's to represent 3 little birds, which is a Bob Marley song that I sung to my children after they were born. It's one of my favorite. It is my favorite Bob Marley song. And then it also represents 3 kids because that's what I've had, how many I've had. So I'm interested. I'm very excited to get that in the next week or so when talking about Edgar Allan Poe. It's the only reason I brought it up. So hopefully by the next time that I run an episode, I'll have that on. I'll have that done. But Poe inspired me to write, and so I started writing poetry pretty young. And I've wrote. I'm a very prolific poet. I wrote so many poems. I don't even actually know how many poems. I've filled up multiple notebooks though, and lost most of them. Like 90% of everything I wrote, I've lost. I've been writing for what? Fuck. 20 years. 20 years I've been writing poetry. Wrote songs. I write rap as well. Obviously I'm an old fat white guy, so I ain't rapping. It ain't happening. I ain't Jelly Roll. I just ain't got it in my soul. You know what I'm saying? But I do have the ability to write rap. And I'm fairly good at it. I'm a lyricist. I'm not a I'm not that. Okay, not doing it. You're gonna understand what the fuck I'm saying, okay? Very, very articulate, and I wrote shit. The first type songs I was writing was like fucking punk rock type shit. And writing is so fun. I would recommend it to everybody because like you're not gonna be great. You're not gonna be great the first time. You're not gonna be great the 10th time. You're probably not gonna be great the 157th time. But you will get great if you just keep doing it. Just keep practicing, keep doing it. Write your thoughts down. Try to make them rhyme if that's what you want to do. But either way, just write your thoughts out. And if your thoughts, and then also like extrapolate your thoughts into describing a scene that describes your thoughts or your feelings. Great way to do it. Highly recommend it. I can't draw to save my goddamn life though. Oh, it really could not. Oh, I've been a nerd for most of my life too. D&D. I mean, obviously, I'm very nerdish. I have all this fucking recall knowledge on all these stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter at all, but it's interesting. Um, and so I've always had this like what is it? This attention to certain things. I used to analyze movies all the time. I was very over analytical. Got told that all the time. Still do it to this day. Don't watch a movie with me. Do not watch a movie with me because I will tell you that can't happen. That can't happen. That's propaganda. That's fake. And that is just something that I don't understand. Like I'm very much, I will point out everything that I'm like, they only did that to get a point across. There's some sort of propaganda in there. There's some sort of subliminal message in most movies, and I will point that shit out. So it's very difficult to actually watch a movie with me. I don't watch very many movies unless I've seen them before, because then I've already been through the analytics, so I don't have to like sit there and analyze it more. I can just actually watch it. Um, uh, Religion was a huge thing. That's why I talk about religion quite a bit. I can tie in pretty much most religions in the aspect of most of the stories kind of coalesce together. Uh, there are definitely ways to get them looking very much similar to each other, just by playing in certain ways. And yes, that is a little manipulation in the aspect, but it's like, what do you think those stories are? You think those stories are directly like they are told word for word for what fucking happened? Like somebody know exactly what the fuck happened? No, no. It was telephone. They played telephone for thousands of years, and then it was wrote down. Like, can Christians not agree that the spoken word existed for many, 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 many generations before the written word existed? And if that is the case, then the story of the very beginning story is going to be telephoned through the generations, and it's not going to be exact 1-to-1 ratio of what actually happened. The weirdest thing to me is like to understand that like we didn't evolve. God created us. Cannot both be the true? Both are true. More than likely, both are true. We were created, but we also slowly evolved and became something different than what we originally were. And that makes sense in the biblical sense as well, because, well, in the Garden of Eden, it was paradise and we wouldn't have had to change. But when we were kicked out of Eden into a hostile world, we would have had to change. There would have had to been changes. Just makes no. Anyways, no matter. That's a whole another topic. Religion's been pretty big to me. Hell, at age 12, I was telling the Lord, take my soul, send it to hell. I'll repent for all the sins of mankind from now to ever be. Like, God's like, dude, you got already a tainted soul, bro. You done ate paint thinner and tried to kill your fucking self. You done went to hell and come back. You're fucking John Constantine already. And you try to sell your soul back to hell? You already did it. That's what I imagine now that I know everything that I know. And so like that was age 12, and this was like crying my balls out. Yeah, that's right. Crying my balls out. My balls were all dry because I cried them out, not because I was yanking it. But crying my eyes out at night, praying this to God, like, take everybody else's sin and put it on me. And then I spent many months walking back and forth from McDonald's, in which I would have conversations with what I thought was God, what I believed was God. Obviously, I do believe in God. I do believe in God. I just don't subscribe to that God. The God. I don't subscribe to the God. There's many forms of God. Like, why would God have to be set to one form? Why would he not want to like manipulate himself? And then why the stories would manipulate him anyways, even if he didn't manipulate himself. The culture that's seen him and told different stories about him would inevitably manipulate the version of them to fit with the culture that's seen him. This is just something that would happen. Like if you showed the same thing to a Native American tribe, and then you showed it to the ancient Egyptians, and then you showed it to the ancient Greeks, they would all have the same experience, and they would all have fucking different stories because they all wouldn't understand. Like, they have different references as to what that is, as to what they've seen, as to what that represents. It would all be different from each one of them. Like, makes me angry with the people who are like, the Bible is the Bible, and it is the word of God, and it is never changing, and it is the truth. And when you read exact word for word, I'm like, then brother and sister sex is okay. Mom and dad sex, okay. Because from what I know, it was Abraham, or not Abraham, shit, Abel, Cain. You had two sons. And then one son killed the other son, and then that son got sent away. Okay, and then you made more kids. So did those kids fuck each other? Or did you fuck them? I'm asking you, Adam and Eve. Which one? Something had to happen if there was more humans made. Same thing with after Noah and the flood. Like it was Noah, his sons, and their wives. Where did everybody else come from? Did they just turn into like stray cats that just fucked each other constantly? No wonder we're so fucking retarded. We're all inbred. No wonder we're fucking retarded. Makes sense. But then there's like the story of Noah. Let's just take the story of Noah to be exact. Culture-wide, all around. And see what you're saying there, God created more people. That's not said in the Bible, though. So if you take the word of God is the Bible, and the Bible is all we ever know, we don't know nothing else. Well, then why didn't God say that? And wouldn't he have said that shit? No, I believe in the Nephilim. I do believe in the Nephilim. I believe in the Bible. I just don't believe in the Bible word for word type shit. Nephilim were real. Fallen angels, real. Are they aliens? Or are they interdimensional beings? Or are they creations? Are they other types of creatures? Maybe that's what a fucking Bigfoot is. Maybe a Bigfoot is just a fallen angel. It's possible, because we don't fucking know. Like, Bigfoot might actually be what Adam and Eve really were in the beginning, and then they ate the tree of knowledge, ate from the tree of knowledge, and then they lost all their hair and become naked like us. And then we're like, oh shit, we're naked. We're naked. Oh shit. Because they got cancer from the goddamn apple or fruit. Just, again, I'm just throwing shit out there, you know? So maybe Bigfoot is just, you know, like Adam and Eve's real kids. Or maybe they're fallen angels. But yeah, and there's a whole lot, like a Book of Enoch is a huge thing. Like it's apocryphal in the aspect that it's not allowed into the canon of the Bible. But the story of Noah is interesting because cultures around the world, cultures all around the world, all tell these stories of this flood myth that floods came, killed everybody, that a flood ended the world at one point, and then just a few survivors made it. You can find this in the Epic of Gilgamesh in the Sumerians, the Sumerian tablets, written in cuneiform, which was the first known written language so far that we know of for sure. And also a civilization that just kind of out of fucking nowhere in like near the desert, just kind of like we're just going to create laws and writing, and yeah, we're going to create civilization, and it just come out of fucking nowhere. Makes no sense to me. Another form of, I believe that there's ancient civilizations that have existed well before the Sumerians. This goes into like Atlantis, Numeria, Lumeria. Yeah, I think it was Lumeria, not Numeria. And all these other like fucking theories of these ancient civilizations that were much more advanced, much like the ancient Egyptians and the pyramids. Then there's a structure called the labyrinth, which is underground, 4 stories underground, underneath the sand, and there's a 40-foot metallic egg-shaped object within this labyrinth that they've been able to detect. Massive stones for the ceilings, massive stones, much like the king's chamber in the pyramid. Huge stones lifted up 50 plus feet off the ground to get put into the king's chamber with perfection. And it's like mud ramps, logs, and they floated down the river with these giant bricks. Fuck you. You got a bridge you want to sell me in San Francisco, too? Like, are you kidding me? Like, a politician is going to do what they tell me? Is that what you're telling me, too? It's the same shit. You're telling me that this chick with a dick is not a dude? It's the same shit. It's all lies. Bullshit. Fuck you and your lies. Ain't no way no fucking mud ramp and logs and floating it down the river got those bricks into place like that. So I believe that, like, you know, I don't know what kind of technology they had. I believe it was some sort of what we would call magic, because it would almost look like magic. It almost seemed like magic. Like, I literally believe that they probably had like rods that they would, and then they some sort of like magic spell or something that would lift these fucking bricks, and they'd easily be able to be moved into place. I don't know what fucking language Egyptians speak, but that's just kind of what I thought. I gotta take a piss. So I will be right fucking back. Y'all enjoy the Pokemon, and I'll be back. Oh, you sons of bitches. Oh, well, fuck you. Oh. See this? I've been telling Hunter. This is why we'll do all right on the podcast situation, even though I think podcasts are like going to drastically dive. Is the aspect that we're fucking real, we're live, and we just, it's just stream of conscious. We don't no possible script. Uh, we're gonna make mistakes, and just like the name says, fuck you. I ain't apologizing unless I really, really have to. Like, because I'm like truly wrong. I'll apologize if I need to, but I ain't apologizing for your fucking feelings. I ain't apologizing for my views. I ain't apologizing for what I say unless I'm fucking wrong. And I'm proven to be wrong. And I know that I'm wrong. Otherwise, yeah, live, real. I think it's unique in the aspect of that. And we're not trying to be no fucking influencers. Fuck that. I ain't influencing shit. I'm talking to you, tell you what I think, tell you what I know, tell you what I hear. I'm like a spigot, baby. I'm like a spigot. I get my knowledge from higher up, and I just trickle it down to the people who might not have heard it. That's it. And I do it with comedy because, no, I like to be funny. And I would like to practice comedy way more. So, and then I'm nerdy, so I got to bring you facts about this weird shit. All the weird shit. Look at the fucking aliens, and the reptile people, and the space Nazis, and the fucking alternate history, and the fucking assassinations. But I don't believe in no goddamn crystals. Fucking stop using crystals to fix your shit. If you wear a crystal around your neck, it ain't doing shit. You look retarded. Now, if you're grabbing somebody's face to make sure they're reptile, that's true. That's real. That's real shit. That's it's the kind of shit that, like, fucking have a conversation with somebody, and I'm like, "Do you believe that I live my life like reptiles are real?" No, the fuck I don't. I don't live like reptiles are real. It's just something to believe for fun. So how about you don't live your life like crystals and horoscopes and your zodiac sign is fucking real. Believe it for fun, but don't fucking live your life like it's real. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, I bet you get shit on in Dubai too, don't you? I bet you do. You believe Pakistan is just as safe as America. Probably more so because there ain't no white people. Don't you? retarded philosophy of fucking. Oh man. Oh, the nukes can drop. The nukes can drop. I mean, we're cooked, boys. We're cooked. Fucking all kinds of retarded shit going on in the world. I've got to get started into this feminism with fucking Hunter. I have got to get deep into that. I'm very interested in seeing like what he thinks and what he feels about it, how he views it, what his knowledge is of it. I didn't know very much about it until this last year. And really, there's nothing that I have seen that opened my eyes more than a woman's work on feminism. Rachel Wilson, she has a book, the occult feminism. Yeah, I think it's The Occult Feminism. That book, eye-opening. I didn't even completely finish it. I did not even completely finish it. I got through most of it. Wow. So fucking weird what we've been led to believe about feminism and then what's actually true about feminism. It's like, so it was a plant? It was propaganda? It was literally a government funded and created corporate, like, it was basically like a what do you call it when you give in to somebody? It was a bribe to corporations. The corporations said, "Hey, we'll fund your campaigns, but listen, we'd have more money if we had all these women in the workforce." And the government's like, "Yeah, I mean, if you're going to fund our campaign, sure, sure." Very, very much different than like women need the right to vote, and it's like, no. Every time they put it to the vote to see if women should vote or not, it overwhelmingly went so the women voted against being able to vote, which is ironic in itself. We look for it. You want a hug? Good job, buddy.
Good.
Love you.
Love you. So what you doing?
I'm just talking to him.
Talking to who?
I think it's Drek and Uncle Bro, but I'm just talking to
Uncle Bo?
Yeah, Uncle Bro. Everybody's gonna watch this live stream and be like, "Fucking Uncle Bro! I knew his ass was fucking redneck! I knew his ass was redneck as a motherfucker! Look at that Mr. Two motherfucker! He redneck! He got Uncle Bro!" No, that's just what they call him. I call my brother Bro, and then they call him Uncle Bro, because that's what I call him.
Yes, that's already.
That's okay. You can think that I'm a hick. I'm a motherfucking redneck. Yeah, I like me some NASCAR. No, fuck that. I don't. That's my ex's family, not mine. That's my ex's family, not me. I just married into it. I ain't that though.
Now you hate mad?
No, I'm not mad. My boy's asking me if I'm mad. No, I'm entertaining. That's what I am. I'm being entertaining.
I'm napping. Okay.
I'm ranting. I'm raving.
I'm napping.
All right. Now, kids are in here. I'm going to cut the stream. Y'all, it's been awesome. Good time. I had fun, even though I didn't have a partner. I didn't have a partner here. But I'll be all right. I hope y'all had fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some sort of fucking information that you didn't have before. I appreciate y'all. Like, share this shit. Every platform. Every motherfucking platform.
Punch that subscribe button.
That's right. Punch that subscribe button. We did awesome today. Woo! Cheer, baby. Cheer. We did awesome. We did great. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back. I'll be back either way within the next week. I've decided that if Hunter can't make it, I will still make an episode. I can fucking rant and rave for hours. Okay, I can go and go and go and go. I got the fucking Voynich manuscript. I got the area school in Zimbabwe. I got fucking dreams to talk about. I got the fucking Sri Lankan bridge. I got shit for days to talk about, okay? I got the feminism movement. I got anger. I got love. I got psychology. I got the shadow. I got so much to talk about, y'all. So be back. Come back. Come enjoy this shit. Share, subscribe, like. Love y'all. Curious Unapologetic Men, out.
Nice job. What's my ear?